We have heard MPP Graham McGregor, we have heard Deputy Chief Nick, and we have heard you about the challenges of revolving doors, challenging of all these criminal which we see today. First of all, salute to the investigators also. How many of them were repeated offenders, and how many of them are already out again? So if out of 18, if number can be shared. Thank you.
Yeah, so just in regards to the number of individuals, we arrested, as I said, 18 in total. Of the 18, we held 15 for bail hearings. Of those 15 held, 9 have since been released on conditions into the community. Prior to the investigation, Project Warlock, 6 of the individuals were on release orders from the courts.
Where is the disconnect? Reason is, like, recently we interacted with the Honorable Arif Virani, who is the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada. We asked them about this question, that why we are releasing people like the repeated offenders out again and again. And their answer was, we amended the criminal code twice, one last year and one this year in January. But we see where are the results? Results are the same. Police and investigators are doing their best, because we are standing in between the community. And I will expect if you can answer where is the disconnect, and also if MPP McGregor can also add into that. We are putting everything on the federal MPs, and none of them is present here today. We want an answer from them also. Like, if community wants, police want, our politician wants, province wants, city wants this crime to be handled, keep criminals behind the jail, and why our MPs are absent, they are not present, or they don't attend the media about these changes in the criminal code. Where are the results? Thank you.
Thank you. And so, very, very quickly, every chief in Ontario, including myself and the OPP Commissioner, have been very vocal in the last year and a half, 2 years, as it relates to recommended changes, not just federally, but to the way the courts operate, and how bail is seen for repeat violent offenders. Just to be clear, we're not talking about everybody. We're talking, as Deputy Nick mentioned, the small amount that create the biggest harm. We have seen some changes come into effect this calendar year in the criminal code. It is, in my opinion, a little early to see how that's materializing as it relates to trends. But to answer your question about where the disconnect is, you can write legislation. My officers can lay the charges. Our Crown attorneys do an amazing job. They are essentially overburdened and stretched as well. But the application of how the law and the framework is still in the hands of the judicial system. And, there are many factors involved when it comes by a case-by-case basis to release somebody on a form of release or on bail, or to keep them in custody. But it really comes down to the individual that is in the courtroom and their application of the framework that's set before them. And, without me going down too far, and probably MPP McGregor can say a bit more than I can, that's where it needs to change. The harm that is being caused by releasing individuals versus the risk of keeping them in custody is disconnected. And we're seeing individuals, we've seen the auto theft cases where somebody's been involved with a violent carjacking. They're in a courtroom, they're released, and they steal a car in the parking lot of a courtroom. That happens right here in Peel. Or they're back out committing an offense. So the disconnect is, in my view, part of the whole ecosystem needs to be tightened.
Yeah, thanks for the question, Nitin. And I echo the Chiefs. Our position in Ontario, it's not, we're not saying that nobody should get bail ever. But when you see violent and repeat offenders out again and again and again, put yourself in a victim's shoes. Victim of a violent carjacking. Gun to your head in front of your family. The trauma for your family and your kids, and the trauma that you go through. And Peel Police, we've got, I'm biased as a Brampton boy, but we've got the best police service in Ontario and in Canada right here. The investigative team behind me, the team that we have here at Peel Police, they're heroes. They do their jobs. But imagine police do their jobs, they catch the bad guy that did it, and you think you're finally going to see justice, only to see, a video of them out at a gym a week later, or to hear that they stole a car on their way out of the courthouse. So I just respectfully, I'd say to the federal government, what they've done has not done enough. We need meaningful bail reform. We need action. Enough is enough. And we need meaningful action today.